Good morning, everyone. This is going to be the second half of my layout share of the pages I got done during the during 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 11. And yesterday I showed this one, and it was actually also, the theme was from Themes on the 13th, which Scylla started, so we would touch every theme in our scrapbook rooms. So I love that. So I just wanted to mention that because I forgot to yesterday. I'm gonna put that over there. I got my piles in order here. Okay, this one here is by T. Kawaii, and it's a very simple sketch, except for I kept thinking I have hardly any horizontal ones, but I dug deep into my old photos where they were all horizontal. So I took 3 of my favorite ones from when I lived in Fort Wayne, and that's what I have on this. And this was a graphic 45. I'm thinking it was called Scrooge, or it's A Christmas Carol. That's what it was called. So I used a rub-on, which it's like, that's something I just never use. So I love trying to remember to use everything. I have made a list of all the things in my scrapbook room so that I'd refer to it, and I just really need to set it out so I actually use those things, because it is nice, because I hadn't even used graphic 45, but now I've wove it into the rest of my papers, which are by category, otherwise by color. So that's great to do that. So I love this. I love how it turned out. And I really, I have added one extra picture here, but otherwise I pretty much have the layout down. So it is, I love doing the sketches because you do things that you don't normally do, because I kind of get to where I kind of do the same thing all the time. I have started making myself some sketches, and I will be sharing those as soon as I figure out how I can do that. Okay, this one here, it has 3 photos. Now she has them done in circles, but I've chose to just do them in this arrangement. And this is by Christine Steele Harden. And this is my oldest granddaughter, which you've seen her, she's 17 now. And she looked like she was kind of frightened being on the merry-go-round in this picture here. And then they moved over to this, and I think it actually looked like a swan. And that's why I added this Maggie Holmes piece. And then I used a flare from my shop, and these tag, I made the tags too. These were a lot of things that I made. Yeah, I think everything with the exception of the Maggie Holmes and the So Fun, which is actually off that same page. And I made the flare, and this here, which, was that Heidi Swap? I forget who that is. But cute layout and very simple, and I really love how it turned out. Okay, the next one is by Peace Craft Love, and she has 1 large photo. It looks like a square, and then 2 square photos, one a little smaller than the other. And I've kind of done the same thing, and I have, this is Aiden's because he's in every picture, and this when they were at Disney, and any of the Disney ones were from my collection Obsession, because I knew I'd going to be doing this, and I figured I'd get lots more than 4 layouts, and I'm sure I did. I haven't counted how many actual Disney layouts I did, but I did count how many actual pages I did, and I've done 7 pages, or 47 pages. It's just 7. So this one is Alex's, and there was 2 of her where I only had 1 of him. And I put 2 pictures together to make one big one. So I got the same layout by just, you know, doing double time on the photo there, placement, and then I did do an extra one on hers because there was an extra one. So I think that turned out adorable. Okay, so this is day 19. And as soon as I seen it, I thought it looks like a boy sketched me, but I've seen it done every way. It's just amazing because it's like you kind of get in your mind what you think it looks like, and then, you know, you go in and see everybody else's and it's just like, oh yeah, it looks just like that, you know? So this was by Xochitl Yvette Martinez. And so it's like, it has like these, it's kind of like a flipped L design. And it's something that I had never seen before. And then she's got one down here too. And then a square photo in the middle. Now I just did one little strip here instead of pushing it under here too, because I just had the one photo and it was a full 4x6. So, and I couldn't cut it off because you just got to see the whole thing. And I just thought it was a great smile. It's like, he hates smiling for, he just hates, you know, he's your typical boy. I don't want my photo taken. And, but it's like his mom caught him coming out of hockey practice, and I just thought it was so adorable. Okay, and then this one here is the other twin. So Aiden's one of the twins, and then this is Alex, and she was going to a gymnastics meet, and she was seeing a phone, like a house phone for the first time, and she just looked like, why is this connected to the, you know, you can't walk away with it. I mean, it just totally looked like, what's the importance of this, you know? It's so important they got it tied down. That's what I thought when I seen her. And this is by Stephanie Olson. And the actual, I keep forgetting to talk about it. Okay, it looks like a picture hung from a nail. And it's got extra framing and then the flowers around it and a title at the bottom. So I actually put a title up here. It says, what is the leash for? With a question mark in it. And instead of doing like the triangle up to the nail, I did it like it was this phone connected to another phone. And I just thought that really showed, you know, her attention to what was going on here. And then I called it Somewhere in Time, because it's like, now I was around, I don't know how long that, you know, they had phones before I was 5, but I didn't really see a phone until I was 5 that I remember. And I just remember going to my cousin's and staring at that thing, how cool it was. It was big, it was black. It was so funny. And with all the buttons on it, I really just wanted to play with it. You know how kids like to play with buttons. And then it's like my mom got a phone, or my parents got a phone when I was 5, and I remember making a phone call to my friend. So that was pretty exciting. So that's Alex. And then I did Skylar and Alex. We were at celebrating Christmas, and these are identical, so it won't matter if I cover one up. But it was like they went upstairs and they came down both dressed as Elsa. And this one is the step one. So my photos were a little wider than hers, but I basically, you know, did exactly what she did. And it was by Deborah Adler Hunt. And then I just used all these blues, which I just love all the color. I mean, all the color that looks like them. I just think it turned out so cute. And I even used I happened to have the punch that she had, so I did that. and I just really love how it turned out. And I will, you know, I will be documenting on here too, because it was so funny, because it's like they both are little posers. But Alex was so into that cupcake that, you know, she just couldn't, she couldn't really think about anything else. She was just thinking about eating that cupcake. It was so funny. So I called it the two Elses. And this is my second grand, Tegan. And this was actually on her birthday. And she was out with her friends, and they took a selfie because it's like the words are backwards. And this is by Allison Krogsgaard, and it's a very simple layout. Oh, and it was also on the day that I was doing Through the Rainbow, and our color was wood, even though I realized it's not a color. Well, it could be every color. But so I actually have a ledger paper underneath and then the wood paper. But I just thought this is such a simple, elegant layout. Even though I did it kind of rustic country, you know, but it's just, I really like the layout. I mean, well, a lot of these I will do again and again. I love having them. And you can still go over in there and print them. And love them. So much fun to play. It's so much fun to do things that you don't normally do. Okay, and then this one here is by Dana Terry. I'm going to try to tell the person first. Okay, and she's got one horizontal and one vertical. And you know how lots of times we have a hard time doing a horizontal and a vertical. And then she's got an ampersand, and she's got some embellishments over here and over here. So she's got her visual triangle here. Now, I decided I was gonna do this hummus recipe because I'm working on a recipe book, which I'll eventually show you. And, but I'm just kind of, as I got pictures of things or find pictures of things, then I'm going to scrapbook them. And these will be the recipes that I use all the time, and I'm always having to search for them because they're in different places. So that's my whole goal. And so anyhow, this was when my sister was here, and so we actually set all the ingredients up in the corner. And so this picture was taken 2019, before Thanksgiving sometime, because she went home at Thanksgiving. But anyhow, we all love hummus, and we could eat almost a full container, so we each had our own. And so I've got my favorite recipe here, which is her recipe. And so I have it just reversed of what this is because of the way that the picture is. Because it would have looked, I don't know, because if you're in my kitchen, it's over on this side. So in my mind, it has to be that way regardless. Looks like you're looking at it on that side. So I put my recipe as my horizontal photo. I did my cluster of embellishments, and then I did, yeah, the two embellishment places just like she did. So it's really, really a cute layout. I love how it made my hummus look so good. It's really happy on this page. Okay, and then this next one, this is by Kim Johnson Martin. And I have to say, when I seen this picture of this brick on here, I thought of this picture. Well, it's actually one picture, but I have it for each of the twins. I had got my grandson the Harry Potter chess set, and they weren't even 7 yet. And they were loving this chess set and learned how to play chess just so they could play with it. Now, this is Alex's. They both look different because I didn't have the same embellishments, but I had similar embellishments for each one. So they both got an owl. They both got the ribbon up here, which I'm going to put their name and the date on there. And so here's his. She's got a scroll in her hand. He's got an envelope in his. She has the clock. He has the lantern. I've cut out this brick, and once I cut that out, since I cut it out of the center, I had the outside to use as framing, even though Oh yeah, she does have like a framing on here. So, but I pretty much did the exact same layout. And then this was like, you know, signs pointing different places. And I only had one of those, so I cut it in half so they'd each have half it. So his says Magic Wizard, hers says Dragonfly, 13 Dark and Light. So I tried to use, you know, a similar thing, like they both got a book. He got suitcases, she got a chest. He got the hat and goggles, she got the boots, and so on through the thing. And so they both got the magic bottles, and let's see, he got the broom, she got the magic wand. So I think they turned out adorable. They turned out exactly how I imagined. Oh, and the brick that I chose, you'll have to watch the video or look down below the video where I actually did this one, because I think the brick is Reminisce, but I'm not sure. Or Memory Place, I forget. I'm always getting those two mixed up. But, or it could have been P13, I have no idea. I guess I have no idea. Okay, but the brick had like this misty stuff that actually looks like, you know, if you're watching the movie and they're pointed their magic wand towards it, it's got like that misty spot. So I made sure I got that when I cut this out. And you can see that I cut out the brick. And the brick this is actually called like bricks or walls and frames or something. But I love how it turned out. Okay, and it's my daughter. Okay, so my next one is another Disney one. And this one is Aiden eating the turkey legs, and oh, here's it's by Adam Westwood. He's got 3 photos, and then he's got layers of frames around and embellishments in a triangle. And then the title goes around like that, around the corner. So I did that. Now he's got like 4 layers, but I only had 3. I just didn't, there wasn't another one I liked with this. And you know, I've got it pretty busy. And so on Aiden's I did turkey leg, got the meat. And they just love this. And 3 of them actually shared it. And the dad and the twins. And then I put his embellishment cluster here because I only had 2 photos for him. And then she was also eating a pretzel that for the longest time I just couldn't figure out the deal. And then I realized it does look like Mickey Mouse. The pretzel does. And she's eating off his ear. And so hers has the 3. She has smaller letters. And then I put her cluster up here. So it's very similar and yet a little bit different. So that was fun. Okay, and then as soon as I seen this too, I knew what I was doing on this. And this is by Wendy Gale Rasmussen. And I made notes by him if I knew what I was gonna do. And so I have Skylar here with a sunflower. Now I took and flipped it like this because I wanted the picture to be facing this into the flower. So they have some like the journaling around the circle. Now I took her name and looked up the meaning of it, and I actually found like probably 3 different ways, but this one was the Christian one, and it says eternal life, strength, love, beauty, and then I added loves sunflowers because her mom said she just loves sunflowers. And I did that on wood also. I love how this turned out. It turned out so cute. Oh, and these 2 embellishments were from stickers I got from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. The store formerly known as the Dollar Tree. Okay, this one here is by Alma Ross, and she's got like X's up here and down here. She's got embellishments, hearts hanging here. She's got a little embellishment cluster here and one down here. And then she's got splatters, a title, and where she probably was doing her journaling. Now, I have the little things. I did music where she had the X's. I did dancers where she had the hearts. I did the embellishment cluster up at the top and one down here on the side of the photo. And I did the tearing and everything, and the title here. And where she had like journaling spots, I put these other ballet things. Now I love how it turned out. It looks like there's still a whole lot of room, but the background is like a mixed media background, but I did not do it. It came that way. Okay, and then the next one is by Shayla Gale Knowles, and it's like a diagonal here, and then she's got a vertical and two horizontals. And here is mine. I did the verticals, and I decided I was gonna do these photos and I needed an extra page, so I did do an extra page. But when I did it, I think I'm gonna have to move these to get it to fit here. Do I have more stuff here than my last time I did this? Okay, maybe it'll fit. And I went to cut this again, except for I did not alternate the paper. I should have flipped the paper over. I just cut it exactly the same. And then it would have been going exactly the same direction. And then it would have looked odd to me. So I just used the paper I had left and just left it the size it was already cut. So you can't tell really, because most of it is actually covered up. But I love how this turned out, and this is from 2005. It just took me that long to scrapbook it. So it was an Amish place we went to eat. It was awesome. Beautiful place. And that's Cartabella, what was it? Farmhouse Summer or something, I think. And this one here is, this one's by Jessica Fenn Hill. And this again is, it's got like a band, or two bands I should say. Now she did shorten one of the bands, which I didn't even think about that when I glued it down. And then she's got her visual triangle and a big title. So I did not do the big title. I just used these little foam stickers. And so I actually just have a diagonal, two diagonal clusters. And this is my grands, the grand twins, when they were waiting at the Seattle airport to go to, well, to come and see us in Indiana. So it is so windy outside today. Oh, there's howling. So if you hear the clunking, it is my fan over the stove. It just keeps making noise from all the wind. We had a lot of storms here yesterday. I know there's a lot of damage up north of us. Okay, so it's like, I love how this turned out. So this is gonna be his page. I took the ones that were best of him, and then I took the ones that were best of her. So it's basically almost exactly the same layout. I did cut her second paper lacy, because she had on this lacy dress, and I flipped hers so that the wider part was at the top and the narrower part was at the bottom. Oh, and I can actually see that she actually has 3 layers. Well, I have 3 layers too, but mine are different. Unless that's behind there. I don't know, it might actually have been just my printer, who knows. But I like to see a little bit of this paper up here, so I did that on these. I don't always, but I do like to see that, so I did bring the yellow up here too. Actually, I just cut it this big and put this in the middle. But I love this Vicki Boutin paper. And his, I did the way that she had it, the wider band at the bottom and the narrow at the top, but again, I used that extra little bit there. So I love how those turned out. So fun. And this one here, on the day that I went to do it, I still had no idea what I was doing. It was by Julie Moreau. And it's like I had kind of planned another paper, but I just didn't know what I was going to do on it. So I got looking at it some more, and I got thinking about this picture of Alex. Aiden did not go into this Frontierland or wherever, but Alex went in there and went into the, I think they call it the stock. And anyhow, I thought, well, I'm just going to cut this and make it look like, I thought about putting the handholds here, but I just think it would have just taken away from it. But it's like I tilted the picture like she did. Now, I did not add the extra strips of paper here, but I did flowers so it looked like part of the scenery. And then I put this in here, and I said that was Aiden coming to her rescue because she was framed. And she is literally framed in this wood here. And I got to use my bandana flare that I made quite a while ago, and some more bandanas, and I love how this turned out. It's so cute. And this is from Barnwood Beauty 3. Love that paper. Okay, and then this is the last one, is from Sarah's Pretty Paper. And over here, she's got 6 photos. She's got a title to one side and a tag to the other side. And I know lots of people kind of interpreted this like a film strip, which actually would work perfect because the pictures are 2 by 2. And then over here the same way, and again, like a secondary title here, and then this journaling over here too. And so another 9 over here, so she got 15 photos on here. And I had these pictures of the older grandkids, Brenna and Tegan, the sisters, and we had went to the, oops, I'm gonna knock things off my table here. We had went to the Indianapolis Children's Museum. Now that was way too much writing on my page, so I wrote Indy's Kids Museum. And they have like this neatest tree here, and I just happen to have this embellishment that I've had 20 years. And so pulled that out and used it today. Well, this day, the 31st. And so it's like that was so fun. Hope I can see I need a little bit of glue on there. And that tree is amazing. I talk more about it in the actual thing. So this is Tegan's. She's the younger of the 2. So this one will be her. There's less scrapbook pages of her because, you know, the first child gets the most. And so she got the better tree, even though the other one's cute. And so anyhow, this is Brenna's. And I also didn't get as many pictures of her. I think I got 2 less pictures of her. I had one of her that, like this one, she's getting off the train. I had another one of her by the train, but it was so blurred out I couldn't use it. So they shot some buckets. They played pretend ball with Rowdy back there, and each one of them got to be the catcher. And it was just, and I love this paper. I don't even know where it came from. It might have been when I went through my daughter's stuff. So I want the rest of this collection. So that's it for today. I think I told you everything I was supposed to tell you. And it was a whole lot of fun. I love doing the sketches, and I love challenging myself to do it every single day. And I think one day I was ahead, And then after that, it was just like every day I was just getting them on. And then I had computer problems. And so there was one day I usually try to always post at 6 o'clock a.m. And the one day I think I didn't get it on there until maybe 3 in the afternoon. I mean, it was computer issues. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all your comments. If there is anything that you would like to see me do, or like to see that, you know, I haven't done, or I haven't done for a long time, you know, just give me suggestions and I'll try to do that. And just thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.